Finding love is confusing. I saw this video graph on Twitter like 2 or 3 days ago, and it showed how couples met from, I believe, the year 1980 until 2024. And what was really common back in the day would be someone from school, church was a big one, at a bar, a restaurant, work. And as the years kept going on, those options got lower and lower, and the online option rose way, way to the top and surpassed them all. I'm sure that comes as no surprise to anyone. That's kind of just how it is today. But it really shows you like just how big of a shift there was in maybe even just the past 10 years. We're living in a strange time. And I mean, we're kind of the test subjects here. This is all fairly new technology. You know what I mean. We have Tinder and Hinge, all things like that. It really is a crazy concept that you can just go on this app and swipe on who you like, who you don't like. And that's, I mean, essentially these days the main way to meet a potential partner. I've seen a lot of people that speak up against these services, and most of them make great points. I'm not going to even disagree with them. Do I use them? Yeah, I do. I'm not going to lie. You know, I get kind of caught up in it. Like, there'll be times I'm on there and I'll swipe and, you know, I'll find someone I think I really like and then they don't match me, and it's kind of upsetting. But I try not to get too caught up in it and give it too much thought. Sometimes it's a little inevitable. And when you do get a match, it's a good feeling, you know? Like, it's basically someone saying, like, they could be interested in you. It feels good. But it's no secret that these aren't always going to be meaningful interactions. I'm not going to lie. I've met probably about a dozen people from Hinge, Tinder, all that stuff. I got banned on Hinge. Don't know why. I tried to tell them I got hacked so they would give me my account back, but they didn't. But I've met probably about a dozen girls, and, you know, nothing really ever stuck. It's kind of just like a one-time thing. You know how it goes. Is it the most fulfilling thing in the world? No, of course not. I enjoy it, though. I'm not gonna lie. It works for me. But I feel like as I'm getting older, you know, I'm recently turned 24. Maybe that's not exactly what I want. I just feel like it's very hard to find someone and find a genuine connection nowadays. I've only ever had a serious relationship with one girl before, and I knew her in real life. It wasn't like a Tinder type of thing. Kind of was a long time ago, many years ago. But every other girl I've met, I don't want to sound like I have these high standards, but I like what I like. And just nothing has really worked out so far. And I'm in no rush. I mean, you know, I'm working on myself. I'm doing things for myself. I enjoy my lifestyle and what I do. The big thing I feel like is enjoying being by yourself, enjoying your own company. And I feel like I've always kind of enjoyed that. I like doing my own thing. So it's never been like a huge problem for me. But it is a huge problem for a lot of men all around the world. That's pretty obvious now. And I don't want to say just men. I know for a fact there's millions of women that are also lonely out there. It's tough. But I feel like nowadays with the internet and, you know, you can just see all these people together online, or like you go on Tinder or Hinge and you see these people that you like, but they don't like you back. It can be disheartening. And, you know, I always see in comment sections or people talking in videos about how like nothing works out for them and they're really upset. It's sad to see, it's sad to hear. And what makes it worse is, you know, these lonely people being targeted online by, you know, OF models. I see it on Twitter more than anything because you can't really post that stuff anywhere else. But, you know, these guys fall for it. I have never bought one. I never would. I could never bring myself to do that. But I've heard stories, you know, you buy this subscription and then you can buy more videos from this girl and you can quote unquote chat with her. But I guarantee you, if you're messaging a girl on OF, especially one with like 1 million followers, they are absolutely not the ones messaging you. You're probably talking to a guy that works for her. But that whole concept is just one more ripple in the pond of, you know, how finding love can be confusing and finding someone genuine and having something real. If I'm remembering correctly, I think it's been about 5 years for me since I've been in like an actual committed relationship. I've had a, you know, situation or 2 or 3 where things were maybe potentially gonna get there, but they didn't. You know, things just don't work out. But actually being like with somebody, it's been probably about 5 years. I never doubted myself. I don't. I mean, like I said before, I've had I've had some friends stop by, it's just how it is. I believe in myself, I'm happy with myself, but I can't help but feel like the next one's coming sooner than later. I don't want to sound like arrogant or like I'm full of myself, but I believe in myself. And I feel like if that's something you're struggling with, believing in yourself and, having confidence in yourself, and that's going to make it 10 times harder to find a relationship, even though people talk down on Tinder and all that. If you haven't tried it yet, honestly, and you're okay with it, I say try it out. You really don't have much to lose by doing it. But if you want to find someone in a more, I guess you could say, natural way, then it might just be time to, start going out more. Don't want to say I don't practice what I preach. I don't go out a ton. But, go to a bar or a restaurant or, if you go to the gym, just say what's up to people. You can say hi to guys, girls, just start getting more social. But this is just something I was kind of thinking about lately because, like I mentioned earlier, I saw that graph about people meeting online and people meeting in person, and it's just interesting to me. Like, I wasn't shocked at all, but it's just something you look at and you kind of like, you gotta wonder. But that's my take on it. If you have any experience with anything I talked about in the video, or you're having some issues, leave a comment. We can all talk to each other. It's gonna be a good time. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.